let me not mar that perfect dream by an oral stain, but so adjust my daily night that it may come again. Emily Dickinson wrote that.
Who?
Here's one you might know. There once was a man from Peru who dreamed he was eating his shoe. He awoke with a fright in the middle of the night to find that his dream had come true.
Blue Wolf and Friends presents Camp Here and There. Episode 46, Falling Through the Papers.
The ceiling creaks like someone's in the walls. A beetle drowned last night inside my cup. I watched it spin. I didn't fish it up. The tea was fine, a little bitter, sure. But life is full of flavors we endure. The bedsheets smelled like lemon-scented smoke. I think I'm real today. Or close, I hope. Good morning, campers. Rise and eat and shine. Unless you're made of wax or pickling brine, in which case, please remain indoors to steam. You're very moist, and breakfast is a team. Today's first meal is Matthew's grand debut, a savory sweet reduction stew of glue. But edible glue, mind you, don't be mean. It's thick with beans and topped with tangerine. A scone he baked in hollow garden shoes was served with rhubarb loam and powdered ooze. The tea is steeped in moss with hints of plum. It makes your lips go numb. I like it. Yum. There's toast, of course. Each slice is shaped like moons. The butter's sculpted into tiny runes. The jam is dark, reflective, vaguely wet. It whispered something once I don't regret. And if you're feeling brave or still asleep, try Matthew's Chive Surprise. It smells like deep. That's all he said, just deep. I didn't ask. It's purple, though, and served in a thermos flask. Now, campers, check your cabins for surprise. There's nothing in the walls except for eyes. Ignore them, close your blinds, pretend they're stars, and brush your teeth before they crash like Mars. Your counselors today will lead you through a series of events we mostly knew. Please do not feed the raccoons bread or names. They do recall your lies. They will play games. The lake is dark and breathing as it should. The forests moved 2 inches where it stood. The sun is late, but that's its choice to pace. The moon will cover for it just in case.
Hey, morning, love. You're up before the bell. You feeling all right? You don't look too well. It's barely 6, or later, maybe 8. The sun forgot to show, or showed up late. You left our lamp on low. The air felt wrong. The sky was dark, like nighttime stretched too long. I thought you'd gone outside. Your side was bare. The bed was cold. I didn't hear you there. I put the kettle on. It's steeping slow. The floral tea you always choose to grow. You like it, even when you're feeling low. It smells like something soft and freshly dried, the kind of tea you like when you've just cried. It's on the desk, still warm. I'll leave it here. You're trembling just a bit. Or is that fear? Why are you up? You dreaming something bad?
You're rhyming.
What?
All of it. You just had. That wasn't how you speak. Not then. Not now. You said the time. It rhymed. The steam. The cup. You never talk like that. That's not made up.
Oh. Huh. I didn't try. I guess the words just came. I don't know why.
That's what I said. That's exactly my thought. It's like the rhymes are given, not self-taught. They're leaking out, like I've been wound too tight, and every line must march into the night.
I thought I dreamt it, but I guess not quite. The ticking sang to me last night. In spite of reason, rhyme, or grammar, it performed. It called me master clocksmith. I was warned.
This better not be caused by any gears. If this is one of yours, I'll scream for years.
I fixed one clock, that's all. Just changed a spring. It shouldn't make our mouths do anything.
Then something strange is messing with our lines. My voice feels like it's speaking just for rhymes, like I'm a little plaything, made to speak, and all my words must loop and click and squeak. It isn't just the rhyming that feels wrong, it's how I'm carried through each line like song. I try to talk, but everything aligns. It's not my voice, just rhythm in the lines.
You're not alone in that. It's odd, but true. I don't know what to say, but neither do you.
Fair point. Well, I suppose I'll keep the beat. I am the nurse, and mealtime must repeat. Dear campers, do remember shoes today, unless your feet are hooves. In that case, nay! The soup is not a bath, the bath's not soup. We learned this lesson from the citrus group. Please stretch before you juggle frogs or lift, and pack a snack if time begins to shift. The trees have settled, mostly, just don't gawk. We lost a counselor last they tried to talk. The sun is late again, but that's no crime. I think we've earned a breakfast out of time. Enjoy your meal, be kind, don't trust the jam, and let me know if you still speak I am.
Good lunch, my rousing rebels, wild and free. The bell has rung, or will, towards maybe 3. Time's just a wiggly worm with legs and shoes, and I have never asked it for the news. You've made it to the halfway point, hooray! The sun forgot to climb, but eat, I say. A demon can't be bound by ticking clocks, but oh, the rhyme today, it singes socks. I feel like paper caught inside a tune. I feel like teeth that clack beneath the moon. I feel like hunger dressed in satin gloves, which is to say, I'm filled with so much love. Now, campers, let us speak of lunch divine. Today's repast is dressed in salted brine, then boiled in a broth of bark and brass, then spanked with thyme and kissed with broken glass. We're serving skewers strung with lizard meat, but ethical lizards without deceit. They danced into the flames with joyful cries. Their last words were, "We volunteer!" No lies. There's tongue with pickled rosebuds steeped in gin. The gin is fake, but oh, the buzz within. A salad made of shredded tax receipts. Our counselor Mary says paper eats. And trail mix, oh, I must wax sweet on that. A blend of hope and raisins lightly flat. Each nut a prayer, each dried fruit sings its past. I've crushed crumbs into spheres and rolled them fast. Now close your eyes and let the flavor bite. Don't chew, just let it haunt you through the night. It does coat the tongue like a velvet sin, a snack to become, not just to take in. It tastes like truth if truth were slightly sour, like someone's grief distilled into a flower. The pudding's green and whispering your name. Don't answer back, that's part of Matthew's game. I borrowed him from here and there, don't snitch. He calls it blissful void and serves it rich. And now a thought. Isn't speech so divine? We're all just puppets dancing line by line. The rhymes, my friends, the rhymes, they hold me tight. They dress my brain in silk and squeeze it right. I've always wanted songs inside my head. Now every syllable is neatly fed into a perfect rhythm born to bloom. It's like my mouth's a theater, not a tomb. Oh, forgive me, I'm getting far too loud. But poetry makes devils rather proud. I saw a squirrel today recite a sonnet, then burst into flame with sparks upon it. Janie says the deer have unionized. No more backflips, no more shapely thighs. I do think she's lying, if I may say. I believe there are no deer to this day. The trees outside have canceled every leaf. We cheer them on, of course, in silent grief. Mary made masks of boiled beetle wings. They flap if you say embarrassing things. She's wearing 5, they've formed a tiny choir. The top one hums in F and smells like fire. Mavis scribbles in her green-bound textbook. She never looks up, always on the hook. Her pen moves fast as if it has a mind. The paper's full of words she can't unwind. Now listen close and hear the lunch report. All cannibalism's banned, at least in sport. If you must bite a bunkmate, leave a note, and do not chew their shoes or steal their coat. If someone weeps in your plate, just smile. The grief adds salt. Be gracious, stay a while. Our rules are simple. Eat, then thank the void. Never eat the pasta Matthews enjoyed. Oh, rhyme, you wicked gift, you velvet chain. You wrap around my ribs and tickle pain. You make me sing what once I'd only think. You make my blood feel slightly pink. There's nothing like a curse that tastes like song. There's nothing wrong with being slightly wrong. So let the stanzas carry us away, a feast of food and rhythm and decay. And if you see the sky begin to twitch, just nod politely, just ask it to switch. The clouds are acting shy today, that's all. We think they're nervous for the late-night ball. So eat, my darlings, lap up every word. Let cadence guide your knives like sacred birds. The meal is yours if you can chew in time. The sauce is haunted. Isn't that sublime? Remember this. No forks inside the lake. No spoons in hats, no eating what you fake. Thank you for dining under heaven's curse. We'll see you soon, for better or for worse.
It's lunchtime, so I guess I'll talk again. There's food, there's plates, there's campers. There are men who serve the food with ladles made from wren. They work for camp, they creak like wooden strings. They move too smooth, they're not entirely things. The kitchen smells like copper and perfume. The biscuits look like bones we dug from gloom. There's something steaming gently in a shell. It's meant to nourish you, it's hard to tell. Matthew made a stew with eyes inside. They're pickled, yes, but mostly there for pride. The salad tried to scream, but changed its mind. There's bread, I think, it's wet, or just unkind. You're meant to eat. You're meant to sit. Obey! That wasn't mine. I didn't want to say... I mean, it's true, but not the way I meant. The rhyme just twists the thought. It pays the rent. I think I'm hungry. Maybe. Not for food. For quiet, for stillness, some different mood. I want to make a sound that doesn't swing. I want to cough and not cry out in string. I walked into the freezer just to breathe. Cold as ice, I was only there to grieve. I held an ice cube like a desperate plea and whispered, please, just let me talk like me. But no, the meter holds, it wants me whole. It carves a channel through my throat and soul. It forms my lungs into a songbird's cage. It wraps my wrists in velvet, calls it stage. You all should eat. You're meant to sit and dine. I'm here to guide you through this meal, it's fine. It's rules, it's safety, forms and structured play. And paperwork in drawers that never fray. I dreamed I stabbed a mirror with my name. It bled out hemolymph. That felt just the same. The voice that reads my file wore my face. It laughed, then gave my pulse a second place. I looked inside the glass to see myself, but found instead a tangle, something else. The colors bled, the shapes began to dance. They twisted like a fevered, haunted trance. No face, no body, only shifting hue. A whirl of red and green and black and blue. The centipedes, they crawled across the pane. They slithered through the colors, spread their stain. I couldn't see me, couldn't find my form. Just writhing things, a trudging, inching swarm. I saw a painting once in someone's room. The strokes were fierce like fire, brimstone, doom. There were no edges, no lines to define, just flashes, jagged, swirling out of time. The red was harsh and ripped the canvas wide. The black just melted, dripped, and slipped inside. It churned and moved, a mess that couldn't stop, and for a moment I just couldn't drop. I shouldn't say that here. It's not the time. But what is time if every breath must rhyme? If everything I feel gets filed in beats, then what's the point of hands, of mouth, or sheets? I lied this morning, said I felt near real, but something's just aligned with cooked up zeal. I feel like furniture that used to dream. I feel like toast that missed its butter theme. I wish the rhyme would end. I want to say a wrong word, just one vowel out of play. I tried this earlier. I bit my tongue. It bled in couplets, nothing changed, I sung. I'm sure it's temporary, most things are. Except, of course, the light inside the jar that blinks when Lucille knows I'm out of line. That's just a metaphor. I think it's fine. She's probably not listening, not right now. Her gaze is like a tethered, bleeding plow. It tears the ground and asks why nothing grew. She says, trust me, so do walls. That's new. And Jed, he cares, he really does. He checks my pulse like someone checks for bugs. He helps me, sure, but only when I break, and never when I'm real, for realness' sake. But he's not why I'm saying all of this. I'm just tired and rhyming, and I miss when words were weird instead of clearly bound. I miss the freedom just to make a sound. The peas are fine. The biscuits taste like soap. The soup is breathing gently. Please just cope. You'll make it through. I always do, I think. I never sink too far before I blink. The pudding's pink. The carrots hum in C. Please chew in rhythm. Do not look at me. Enjoy your lunch, pretend the words are yours, and don't ask why the ceiling now has doors. I found a centipede one night in there. It crawled across the sink without a care. I watched it twist and curl, its legs a storm, and thought how strange to see such life perform. I trapped it in a jar, I sealed it tight, its tiny limbs, they squirmed beneath the light. I placed it in my bathroom where it'd stay, a specimen for something far away. I took my needle's thread in trembling hands and watched it stiffen like it understands. I stitched its leg to pose, then sewed its eyes and whispered, now you'll live, but not in lies. I stuffed its body full a thing of clay and left it on my shelf where it would stay. 1,000 legs that never moved again lay still and gone in the bathroom's dark den. I think I see them crawl or something moves. Yes, they're there, like centipedes in grooves. Their bodies twist like knotted threads. They slink, they slide beneath the cracks. They start to think I can't escape them. They'll crawl under me. Beneath my skin, they twist and writhe with glee. They want to crawl inside me. Crawl, they do. They creep into my mind. They feel like glue. Please, am I still talking? Say these words, but no, I hear them scrape away. My breath's a blister. They burst out the seam. I feel them squirm beneath my tongue and scream. The kitchen's not a kitchen, not a space. It's moving, shifting, pressing on my face. The walls have hearts now, the floor just sighs. I feel them crawl, I feel their 100 eyes. No more of them. They crawl inside, beneath my skin they feed. My blood's a writhing, massive centipede. They coil and twist inside my veins with greed. Each crack's a hole, each hole's a place to bleed. No more of them. They're crawling under flesh, wriggling in phlegm. I bend to them, I bend and crawl, I fall, and every crevice has its call. No more. They hiss inside my chest. I can't breathe, no air, I cannot rest. There are no walls now, there's no floor, no roof, just centipedes, their legs, their gnashing tooth. The soup is cold now. The salt is bitter. The peas are wretched, the carrots jitter. I'm choking on a word I cannot speak. The walls are laughing, I can hear them creak. Here we are again, the table set for feast. But what is feasting when it starves the beast? The meat is tender, soaked in rich sauce, but why does every bite feel like a loss? The bread is warm, but I can't taste the salt. The apples gleam, but there's still no result. I sit, I chew, I swallow, but I wait. I long to feel the food, to feel it great. The soup is thick, but still it fails to nourish. A bite that fills the void, but cannot flourish. I wonder now, as I ingest the lies, what's left to feed me when I cannot rise. The meat is fine, its texture rich and bold. But what's the use if hunger's growing cold? The salad crunches, yet it doesn't fill the space I long to taste, to know, to will. Each bite I take feels empty in my chest, and still I chew, though I don't feel my best. The rhymes, they come, they rise, they twist, they curl, but what's a rhyme when nothing calms the hurl? Am I not worth the taste of things to come, or am I just a mouth, a dress, a drum? What's left of me, not you, who owns this play? The one who feeds or one who begs to stay? I wait to feel, what is it, more I crave? But when the meal is served, I feel its grave. I long for sustenance, for something rich, but all I taste is something dark, the itch. I've had my fill, yet hunger's left to roam. What good is food if nothing feels like home? I love you, dear. You fed me all these years, and still I find I can't quite quell my fears. You fed me meals and made me whole again. What's the price of food when it's your amen? I've never asked to live this empty way, but I was made for this, I guess, to stay. The clock is ticking still, the rhyme persists. But do I need it? What would I resist? Would it be better just to turn away? Or live forever in the same old play?
Love, I fixed it. The clock, it's not broken now. I twisted wires, I set the gears to how they should have been, but hadn't been before. I tightened springs, I oiled the parts. Once more the pendulum swings in a gentle arc. And now the rhymes will fall, they'll fade, they'll mark. The gears were stuck, the timing gone astray. I had to twist the pieces into play. The minute hand was jammed, it couldn't move. And so the rhymes would shift, they'd twist, they'd prove their grip. But now, with each turn of the wheel, you'll find the rhyme no longer has appeal.
The clock, it's fixed. The ticking fades away. And now the words, they slip, they start to sway. The rhymes die off, they're tired, they break, they fall, and silence fills the space. I'm left with all. What's left to say when nothing calls my name? What's left to take when hunger's just a flame? I feel the air, it shifts, it breathes, I see. I feel my body, I am not free. The meal is done, but there's no taste inside. Just empty plates and empty hands to guide. The clock is fixed, the rhyme has lost its sting. But what's a world when nothing means a thing?
You can stop that now.
Oh, yeah, that last one was just me. Pretty cool, right?
Oh, well done. I'm just saying, that's why I'm afraid of owl feathers.
That is far from the weirdest thing to happen in the forest.
Hey, I answered the question.
Okay, let's play a different game.
Okay.
How about I quiz you on some geographical knowledge, for your maps?
Let's
Let's start with a classic. What's the highest point on Earth?
Oh, Mount Everest.
Wrong. It's the peak of moonless night. You know, the one that appears when the stars get confused.
Is that so?
Yeah. It's only visible on odd-numbered Wednesdays. It's the tallest point if you measure it by how deep the shadows get. Right here.
Wait, hold on. If that's where the highest point is, what about the lowest?
Oh, that's easy. The displaced abyss. Just look for the sea that rises when you're not looking.
Of course.
Everyone knows that.
Uh-huh.
It's the only ocean that's constantly rising, but no one knows exactly where it is because it's always behind you. It looms up all imposing, but when you turn around, boom, it's not there.
So it follows you?
Not really. It's more like a mirror.
Sure.
You get it.
Yeah, totally. Can you draw where it is for me here?
No, I can't, because it's always behind you. Didn't you hear me?
Sorry, Sydney.
I don't understand why you keep this up, to be honest.
Knowledge for knowledge's sake?
You just can't chart everything. Rivers flow backwards, trees swap places, and the sun. Don't get me started on the sun.
I thought this was your idea.
I'm making a point to you. You venture out every year on your little excursions, drawing all these circles and triangles. Like if you draw enough of them, one day they'll all make sense. But it's never going to make sense, Jetty.
I have to try.
You know, I don't get it. But in some ways, I respect that you keep trying.
It's something to do.
Not sure how you do it. I'd go mad if I had to draw lines that don't go anywhere.
It keeps me busy.
Well, as long as you don't try to make sense of everything, you'll be fine.
You're one to talk.
Fair. But I've learned to accept that sometimes things just are the way they are.
I'll take your word for it. But tell me more about Italy.
Today's episode of Camp Here and There was written and directed by Blue Wolf. The role of Sidney Sargent was performed by Blue Wolf. The role of Jedediah Martin was performed by Voicebox Vance. The role of Up and Adam was performed by Dio Garner, with original music composed by Will Wood and produced by Jonathan Maisto. Additional music composed by Kyle Gabler and Another You. Dialogue editing by Emily Safko. Sound design by Blue Wolf and Another You. And a special thanks to patrons for making this possible. Special thanks to Cactus the Elijah Fanboy and Kai. To join them and to get behind-the-scenes content like bloopers, development notes, early access to episodes, interactive events, and more, visit the Patreon at patreon.com/bluewolf. You can also join the official Discord server to connect with fellow listeners and discuss the latest episode. Find the link in the description of today's episode. And finally, if you'd like to support the show and ensure we can keep going, the most meaningful thing you can do is to help spread the word. Thank you for listening to Camp Here and There. And remember, it follows the fourth without leading. Echoes in every end, and hides between echoes twin.